Alexis Nunes alongside Janusz Michallik looking back at Aston Villa up against Spurs, and it was a team from London that came away with all 3 points from Villa Park. Tottenham with a massive 4-0 win. Janusz, a very comprehensive win, a very big response considering Villa had so many chances in the first half, could not get the goal either, but it was all Spurs. What did you like about Spurs' performance today?
Well, I mean, just about everything, right? I mean, what a great start, of course, on scoring very, very early, and then you see this 5, 6, or 7 chances for Villa. Jacob Ramsey and Danny Ings had a couple. Ali Watkins, Coutinho was flicking the ball on. The response from Villa was good, but I'm sure at that stage, anybody that was watching this and being on Twitter may have said, "Well, here we go. If they don't score, they don't equalize, it's going to go the other way," because that's how it usually happens. It's normal when you have that sort of quality that Spurs do, right? And look, I mean, in any given game, you're going to have to suffer and survive a little bit. And that's exactly what Spurs did. Maybe there's a little bit of luck involved. And certainly Hugo Lloris that had an incredible game while making some of these great saves. And then that quality that you have eventually will return. And I mean, it's been said in the telecast that I was watching, and it's true. I mean, that front three of Kulusevski, Son, and Kane arguably is the most dangerous one in the Premier League right now, right? And it's a small sample, to a degree, because it's kind of just started, a month or 2 months ago. But you have to say that all 3 of them are so dangerous because they understand each other and combine so well. Obviously, we know about Harry Kane and Heung-Min. Kulusevski just came in as if he was part of this game forever. So, I mean, so many good things. I think this Spurs team is just taken on the personality of Antonio Conte, their manager, that character, that charisma, feeling good about themselves and knowing that they're very good. And they showed that in the end.
They definitely showed that. And with that said, I mean, looking at Spurs right now, one thing that's definitely standing out as well is goals. They've got 9 goals in their last 2 games and a lot more as well in 2022. They've got quite a few wins on the trot now. I think it's about 4 straight ones. I know you have mad love for Antonio Conte, but is he getting Spurs to kind of peak at exactly the right time?
Well, he is. It's been a pretty long road, even though he hasn't been there all that long, right? It wasn't so long ago. What was it, that Burnley game where they lost 1-0 in February, where he hinted he was going to leave? Remember, he says, "No, I don't know if I can do anything with that lot." And I don't know if he meant it or it was just a way of motivating team. But as you've said, I mean, this is a team that scored now 25 goals in 7 games since that loss to Burnley. Think about it. I mean, that's just unbelievable. And although you'll say, well, yeah, they have Son and they have Kane, but you still have to do it. And you have to give credit to Antonio Conte. You have to give credit to Fabio Paratici, the director of football, right? Because he did in January, where it's not always easy, brought in Bentancur, who's been godsend for them in that midfield. I bet you if you Højbjerg, right? If I was on that team, he's probably saying it's about time I don't have to do everything in it. He can actually rest from time to time within the game, because really it was always him really, mopping that pitch everywhere, because he had to be everywhere. Now he's got support from Bentancur, who's cultured, composed, good passing, good vision as well, that allows Højbjerg to do what he likes to do, get involved in the attack. But different ways of winning today. Did you not think it was like long ball type of thing, over the top from Lloris, from Eric Dyer, the very first one, even that last one where I think it was Romero, and 2 identical Harry Kane knockdowns with his head and the path of the goal scorer. So look, Antonio Conte said it the other day, Alexis, right? This team is starting to understand me, right?
Yeah.
And what he's accomplished is good. He's not done yet. They are the favorites. He's managed to keep, look, Heung-Min Son plays the same if it's 4-0 up or 4-0 down. I mean, he's a selfless player, right? And he's tremendous. Harry Kane, I think with what's going on right now, and Antonio Conte, done by itself, keeps him at the club. He probably looks around and says, hey, if that's the way we're going to play, I like it. If Antonio Conte can bring 2 players in January, what's going to happen if he brings another 2 or 3 in the summer, right? And then you have Kulusevski, who's made, of course, for Antonio Conte, because he's of the same ilk, right? Hard, strong, physical. He's going to run up and down. He's going to defend. He's going to score. He's going to assist. So, at the very least right now, they're, as you said, peaking at the right time.
So all good in the hood for Spurs. Let's spare a thought of Villa and Steven Gerrard, you know, a name that, of course, we know so well, but still trying to make a name for himself as a Premier League manager and as a top Premier League manager now. Again, so many chances in that first half, but just still not enough to go to the big dance with Spurs.
Yeah, they've been up and down, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, I want to be careful here with Gerrard and how much to hammer him because, those chances, I mean, they put away one or two and it's a different game, but they haven't, of course. I think we all know that in terms of Villa's attack, there's a lot to work with, right? I mean, we've just talked about the front three.
Coutinho alone.
I mean, well, yeah, but Ali Watkins and Danny Ings, we've seen that. I mean, they have players in the midfield and the attack that can certainly get the job done, and it created some wonderful chances today. Obviously, it's the balance. I think it's the balance that even Dean Smith struggled with towards the end, right? I mean, let's not forget, was it last year? I think it was last year. Well, yeah, with Dean Smith. I mean, or the season before. Sorry, seasons blend. Remember, I mean, Emi Martinez and that back four were incredible. I mean, defensively, such a good and tight unit. Emi Martinez had like 14 clean sheets. And then, they changed the formation under Dean Smith, didn't work. They came back to four again. And it's just, it seems to be more of the same right now, where that balance between the attack and defense hasn't been figured out. So that's a big job for Steven Gerrard for the rest of the season and next year as well.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.